What's up? It's Mal.
What's up?
Here with Rob. Here with my boy Mike. It's crazy couple days. We're coming at you late. We knew it was going to be a big news day in NFT land. So we thought, you know what? Why do the morning show? Let's do the evening show. How are y'all doing?
Doing good.
Awesome.
Where do we start?
I know where I want to start. What's the deal with this nifty land?
No, I don't want to start there. Let's start with
How about with LinksDAO?
No, all right. Let's
All
start
right. Where do you want to start?
Look at me. I'm the captain now. LinksDAO is all the buzz, man. Or excuse me, LinksDAO. LooksRare is a competitive marketplace to OpenSea. And so what they did is they looked at ETH volume last year and they actually dropped on LooksRare. They dropped a Look token to anyone who, and it's a tiered token. And in fact, you can go and check NFTCulture.com. And if you scroll down here, you can actually look at the table that you can actually see what you'd earn based on how much money you've spent in terms of Ethereum to get your Looks tokens. The interesting thing about these Looks tokens is that first, it's a competitor to OpenSea, which everyone's wanted for a while. And second, it's actually like an exciting thing where like the Looks token is maintaining itself at like $2.50. And so like, you know, for me personally, I'm shocked I didn't spend more, but I transacted between 60 and 120 ETH last year. So I got 1,500 tokens. And if you're a power trader, like you're getting like power tokens in terms of what you've traded. And a lot of people that I know are staking them because 100% of the fees that are coming back through LooksRare are going to be paid to the token holders. So basically, it's a decentralized NFT alternative to OpenSea.
Cool.
So how is it different from SOS?
Because this is a platform that exists, and like if you stake your LooksRare, like you can actually already see like, okay, so if I go here, I can actually look and see like the 24-hour volume. I can see NFTs that have been posted. Like it's literally like Rarible or OpenSea where you can literally post something. I can click here, look at sales. I can see, oh, look, here's a mecha that was sold for 1.7. And 100% of the 2.5% is going to be distributed between the token holders. So it's literally decentralized. Yeah. Huge.
Interesting.
Okay, and so the devs are probably compensated by virtue of having been granted Looks tokens.
Yes, so only a percentage of the Looks tokens are being distributed to the holders of those tokens. But it's huge to think like OpenSea is going to go the IPO route.
Yeah, if you're talking billions of dollars of volume that you're collecting a commission on.
Let's just say they chew away 10% from OpenSea. That's still
$100 million.
$150 million a day that's going on OpenSea, right?
Yeah.
John, will you mute yourself? You're watching me live somehow. When you think about like, let's say it's only 10. Let's say they claw away. They claw away like 10% of OpenSea, right? Which is doable.
Right.
So now we're at like 120 a day. Like that's 12 ETH and fees times times 0.025. That's still like a decent amount of money that's being distributed between all the holders. Like it's insane. Like that this could be the thing. Now, what I did is I got my LooksRare token, and I immediately I was following it, and then I sold it all and I got 1 ETH for free out of it, and now I would have gotten a lot more if I did it. So I paper handed the whole thing. I should have staked it.
Mike, question for you. Hey, developer question. So when you mint something on Ethereum L1, it automatically shows up in OpenSea as an unverified contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's no way to have an exclusive project on L1 that would only be exclusive to LooksRare, right? It automatically pops up in OpenSea anyway, right?
Not unless you can go into OpenSea and delete a collection. I
Okay.
don't know how you'd ever get it undeleted, but that would be the only way to do that. Or you could make it not a 721 or 1155 contract, which would be kind of stupid, kind of like CryptoPunks are sort of nifties, but
Did you just say CryptoPunks are kind of stupid?
no.
That's what I heard.
I would never say that. They're the progenitor for all this. So it's like you can't hate your dad too much, I guess.
Fuck my dad.
I'm sure there's lots of people that are in that camp. But in any case, yeah, I mean, just like CryptoPunks aren't supported on OpenSea because they technically don't follow the ERC 721 specification because they're the inspiration for it. You could do a similar approach, but it would I don't think it would be a smart idea to willingly keep yourself off OpenSea.
Yeah. Okay. I was just curious because I'm thinking like, how would a platform really catch traction? Because all the liquidity is on OpenSea, or all the big buyers are watching OpenSea. But,
well, you provide a lot of people that have spent a lot of money in Ethereum, and then you give them a little taste, and you say, "Hey, like, why not start listing stuff here
yeah.
and buying stuff here?"
By the way, wow, real quick, because I just had this like explosion that I have to say. So like naturally, I was in this forum the other day, and somebody was asking me, how do I trade between these two pairs? You know, they wanted to buy, it's a token called Tokmek, and they said, how do I buy it? And there's two ways to buy it. You can buy it on Uniswap, or you can buy it on SushiSwap. And I'm an LP provider on SushiSwap. And so I instantly just told the guy, hey, trade through SushiSwap, right? Because it's, for me,
because you'll make 0.0000001.
Exactly, right? So it was like in my best interest to not even mention Uniswap. I just said, hey, you just buy it through SushiSwap. Dude, LooksRare, you have everybody that owns that token is going to be shilling to trade through their platform instead of OpenSea. Man, I'm a buyer. I mean, this thing could catch real traction.
Let me give a more philosophical. I mean, I think your point that like the social network effect could potentially blow up LooksRare. Let me give a more philosophical argument in favor of it. So OpenSea is clearly the 900-pound gorilla of markets now. It used to be Nifty Gateway, but now, Nifty Gateway themselves are kind of a second fiddle to OpenSea, which is pretty surprising, but that's the way 2021 played out. So OpenSea is the big behemoth. What is a big behemoth in a marketplace? Ultimately, what is it? It's a centralized authority, effectively. And so far, they've only used their centralized authority for arguably reasonable causes, such as kicking off stolen goods. But, everything in regulation always starts off with a irrefutable benefit, and then gradually it becomes politicized, and then you're doing the bidding of the U.S. government eventually, or even more nebulous political authorities than that. So crypto purists, I think, would naturally be driven more towards the LooksRare decentralized type of platform. And you could even make a case that
100%.
the reason why LooksRare exists is because probably people who are more fundamental in their crypto beliefs probably built it specifically out of the out of their purist beliefs in crypto. So I think decentralized, the real power that we all have, the real superpower of this movement is decentralization versus centralization trade-off. Like, we all agree that yes, it makes it easier to operate as a criminal and all these other things with decentralization. Those are realities that we have to live with, and there's lots of scammers and stuff that we all have to try to avoid. But it gives a voice to people versus letting a centralized authority dictate their beliefs.
I mean, that's the conundrum, right? We have OpenSea that is the only provider out there right now, right? Rareable's second, but there's frustration with the market, and OpenSea's down all the time. They literally, like, on the biggest, like with the Asian markets, like truly embracing NFTs, they're like, let's do a product update on Sunday, and like literally broke a day of NFT trading, which like kills projects. So like whether this is the biggest project, bigger than OpenSea, it doesn't matter. It's like alternatives, right? Let the market decide. And so now we have like an IPO route, which is like, let's go through the public markets, or let's go through this kind of truly decentralized DeFi mentality. I hope it goes back down so I can buy my position back in and and stake it. But I know some people that have, power traders that they're making like $500-600 since 3 a.m. this morning in terms of that. So like the caveat is like you have to use wrapped ETH right now, which kind of feels a little bit unclean, but it's not that bad.
Nothing wrong with wrapped ETH.
But let's move on. We got a lot to cover, and Robin,
one last quick point. Let me just throw one last.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
All I'm going to say is OpenSea isn't going anywhere, and I think they provide a really good product and a really good service to the community. So I still like OpenSea, and they're kind of like Coinbase. Coinbase is always going to be here.
Coinbase is going to change the game.
It's the easy roadmap in, or the easy on ramp.
Coinbase is going to change the game. Let's do a top 5. And sorry to cut you off. Let's do a top 5 NFT, potential future NFT markets. It's Coinbase. Like, if Coinbase can do what Nifty Gateway does, where it's all an omnibus alternative and you don't pay gas. Like, that's game changer. It's over.
All right.
Imagine sorry, go on.
No, go ahead, Mal. Finish your thought, because I'm kind of going. No,
we have go.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say that this whole dynamic of where you start with a centralized platform and then somebody comes up with a decentralized version of it. We've seen it happen before, where you had Uniswap, which had VC backing, and they were the dominant player in the space. And then SushiSwap came along and said, "Hey, why don't we don't have the VCs involved, and we can share all that funding with the Sushi token holders." And so that forced Uniswap to launch a token and repay the community. And so, but what you saw in that little time frame before Uniswap launched their token was actually massive amounts of liquidity for their trading pairs leaving and going on the SushiSwap. So even though OpenSea is fantastic, what they've done for the space, the product is actually really good. It's got obviously people always want more, but it's still, the interface is really good. It's clean. Never underestimate the power of financial incentives. And so what I think is going to happen, I'm just guessing here, this LooksRare is going to actually start to take significant volume away from OpenSea unless they come out with some creative moat. And if it's where any NFT that mints on L1 is able to be traded on OpenSea or LooksRare, well, LooksRare is going to have everybody.
It doesn't matter.
I'm telling you,
it doesn't matter.
People are going to start using LooksRare that own the token LooksRare.
You can do it. You can do it on Rarible right now, though. Rarible has the same thing. The issue is
hold on, but Rarible has VCs.
So here's the thing: is we're giving LooksRare. LooksRare gave a bunch of people a bunch of tokens. That's great, right? Yep. It's like 120 million TLV, and that's awesome. The issue is that how many Coinbase wallets are there?
Well, that's different. And the distinction is, and this is where I was going. Right now, the reason people use Coinbase is because it's a fiat on-ramp. And so you have to have some sort of product distinguisher. People have to use Coinbase because they need a way to get their capital into the crypto market. Whereas OpenSea is not a fiat on-ramp. It's like just crypto native platform. So you need some sort of moat. And so I'm going to be interested to see what OpenSea does to combat this, because right now, everybody that has LooksRare is not only going to trade on LooksRare, but they're all going to tell all their friends and family members that are new in the crypto space to trade on LooksRare. And that's when you start to see volume shift. And
briefly, and once again, like John, why don't you and I tomorrow night do a video just on this?
I'm telling you, and
let's do a video.
Next.
I know, and I love that we're gonna do a Tech Wednesday with you and Mike if you guys want on like the potential implications. But we got a lot to cover, and we're deep in this.
Yeah,
but
well,
I agree with you.
One final thought, Mal. Let me just drop one final thought. This is not the end. This is the very beginning of we're going to see multiple of these open markets launch with tokens and continue to vampire liquidity away from each other one.
Well, the vampire heroes, they've already won, right?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of like Farouk, everyone, like they've bought all the liquidity up, right? So that now they're mini whales that are incentivized to force the conversation to go down here. Yeah. And like what happens at, like, for instance, Cole Ethereum is a massive early investor in this. Like, Cole's not popular. There's going to be a lot of people that don't like Cole that just will not use this platform. Like, there's so many things that are going on right now. The good thing about this whole ecosystem is like it's going to provide parity, because like it can be imitated, it can be changed, it can be moved on. And then from there, like, you know, it becomes the it's going to be like the haves and the have-nots. So if we look at like 3 tiers very briefly, and I know I wanted to move on, but like tier 1 is like tier 3 would be Facebook, right? They're completely pseudo decentralized, like fake it, but they want to own everything. Like the tier 2 would be like the onboarding Coinbases of the world, like the Coinbase Marketplace, Nifty Gateway. You can use fiat, but it is crypto native. You can easily work between wallets. And then the other tier would be like something like this, or Rarible, where you get a token and it's truly decentralized. Let's go deep on it like tomorrow night if you're free.
All right, I'll stifle my thought.
All right, let's talk about it. NFT land.
Sweet. So what's the deal?
So it's your boy Bleeple. Bleeple, Rob.
Bleeple is so our boy. So thank you, FanChain or Fan3. But like the fact that Liam Payne included us with these great names, including Pranksy, Jimmy, Paris, Zed, and everyone else, is awesome. I can't wait to see what this is going to turn into. If you thought NFT NYC is going to be crazy, buckle up. We have a big announcement that we can't even talk about yet, but we are doing a pre-show event before Zed's concert with Mad Pups, which is going to be awesome. But today, the Bleeple himself, Mr. Beeple, Mike's favorite. Go. Tell us what you think about this.
Go, Mike.
I think it's super sweet. It'd be so awesome to watch him do it every day while he's there. I mean, when you watch videos of it, it's so fast. And like, is he speeding that up, or is he actually that fast? I don't know. I think it'd be fun to watch. I'm curious what idea he would decide to do. So, yeah.
That's it? That's your thought?
I'm still waiting for him to do what him and Elon talked about. I mean, him and Joe Rogan talked about.
Oh, jeez.
The Mark Zuckerberg, right?
I don't want to talk about that one too much. But
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, for the fears of demonetization. It would be hilarious, though.
But he does grab a lot of images, right?
Yeah, that's true. I think probably he'd set it up ahead of time, so he had all the.
You know what he's grabbing. He'd grab backgrounds, things like that. Yeah.
He also knows the platforms and everything else. Like, it's like if you're think about like Bob Ross could paint a beautiful landscape in 30 minutes. Because he knew what colors, he knew the palettes, he knew everything to do. Think about it like that. All right.
They were worth $1 million.
Bob Ross worth $1 million.
Were they worth $1 million? His painting?
I bet there was. Man, when's Bob Ross NFT? That's some alpha.
I like that.
Bob Ross DAO.
Like my LinksDAO.
All right, let's go. Talk.
Dude, floor is now 0.69. I was watching it even this morning, was still at like 0.29. Jumped up because our boy Steph Curry stepped in the game. So he tweeted it out as well. So all his buddies started buying it up, man. 0.69 floor right now. What do you
Rob,
think
I
about
still
that?
don't get it, man.
What do you think about that?
I'm not on board yet, bro. I'm not sold.
No?
No, LinksDAO, they were selling you a membership to a course. Where's the
No, they're
course?
selling you a membership to buy a membership to a course.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I will say I heard all the country clubs in Dallas have waiting lists. And I don't know if that's just literally Dallas proper,
here's
which
the
there's
play.
only
Here's
two,
the
or
play.
if they're talking about DFW, but
Be bigger, generate more wealth than Club Corp, and then you become Club Corp.
Yes.
Like the goal for LinksDAO should be get enough like political, social, money, equity that they can say whoever owns one of these 6,000, basically force LinksDAO onto Club Corp.
Yes.
And or every single independent country club and golf course that's not part of Club Corp do the reverse. Like imagine if you were an owner of this and now you have access to like extremely discounted. Okay, this isn't a Club Corp course; it's a public course, but it only cost me $15 to golf. And then do the reverse of what we talked about with LooksRare. Like imagine like everyone who opts in, like any of the secondary, you get a percent. Like create a DAO of non-Club Corp golf courses,
Mm-hmm.
and anyone who opts in now gets a silly, easy entry point from there. I think there's a lot of potential here.
I like that.
Nah.
Come on.
Sorry, bro. Sorry to fight your bags. I'm not sold.
It's all good.
It.
It's all good. It's going up without you, Johnny.
The only thing I would wonder about the whole golf stuff is, golf is an aging game. So I wonder what the long-term outlook of golf-related stuff, especially Nifty stuff, is going to be. Is it going to take the same trajectory as the rest of Nifties?
Golf as in, what do you mean?
Like in what sense, Mike?
Market of age? What do you mean?
Yeah, like the age of the clientele, and I don't know.
I think they're not even touched in the NFT market, dude. The age of golfers. Golfers can range up to 60.
Do they have the flexible mindset to realize the value of Nifties?
I'm sure as time goes on, that band of age continues to grow to that upper bound.
Okay.
Would be I would think. Because my dad knows about Nifties now. I told two older gentlemen about the golf DAO, the LinksDAO, and they bought it last week.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What? How much?
I mean, this also brings up the globalization of NFTs. Like it's incredibly presumptive that, like, for instance, what?
LinksDAO.
John's just going no.
Hey, isn't that a guaranteed wins signal, though?
Yes. Yes. It's part of my algorithm.
It's
we're
like,
not even going to turn it on and off.
Doesn't know this thing is hot.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're just going to perma John.
Listen, the floor of LinksDAO is literally capped by the value of the membership. It's like you're just buying a membership early. That's it. So is a membership
the potential to get a membership, John?
The potential.
There's going to be a Links token. Like there's going to be an ERC20 token.
And they're going to ship you a polo shirt, John. You're going to have crazy cool merch.
Okay. All right. Still not sold. Okay. Not in yet.
I want my LinksDAO.
Don't you want your LinksDAO merch, your polo, your set of tees?
No, I want to know how they're getting all these courses. I was talking about getting all these different courses. Where's the funds coming from? Who's paying for it?
How much ETH has LinksDAO already moved?
I thought they raised like 60 million, something crazy.
Yeah, what's Club Corp revenue? Like,
good question.
Here's the thing: they 2,000 ETH on the secondary. Okay, yeah, they got a long way to go, but they can get there.
Yeah.
All right, real quick.
What's next?
Let's wrap it up. The other big news is like the Asian markets are going to be like the big indicator, right? Like what we've seen the last like week or so is that like the American markets have cooled off, but like the Asian markets have come into the space with like abandon. So like when you think about like Fanta bears, I don't know if you guys saw this, but it's like, and it's funny because like good friends of mine look silly where they not y'all, but there was like people that were making fun of, oh man, OpenSea's not going to make it.
I saw that too.
OpenSea sucks.
Club Court did 1.1 billion, by the way.
1.1 billion last year. And what's their model? What is Club Court's model? You sign up and you get access to a bunch of courses for a discount, right?
Yeah, and they own those courses though.
Oh, they own them.
They own the courses.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. So LinksDAO is going to take that money and buy a bunch of courses.
No. They're going to buy one course.
One course. And give.
But think about if you bought one course, like a premier course, and then you also partner with every independent golf course that exists.
Why would they partner with you?
Because loyalty, right? Like you want to compete against like the enemy of my enemy is my friend. There's like there's so many things that like could happen here. If you have a little bit of money and say, hey, look, like if someone golfs here and they have this token, you get a small percentage of these proceeds, just give them a discount. Like, and then there's a lot of potential here. It's a jump to conclusions, Matt. You jump to conclusions.
That's funny. Links down. That's hilarious. I like that. So what else is hot?
All right, very briefly, want to talk about this project just because like this is the key to the continued bull run, right? So hugely famous Taiwanese pop star Jay Cho.
Wow.
What?
20,000 ETH already moved?
Yeah. And floor price is 6.2. And so like this is being called the Bored Ape Yacht Club of the East. And so when you think about like what this means is like there's a lot of money that's coming in from the Asian markets right now. And so like what's really interesting is that the US markets have cooled off like quite a bit. And so like now every day people are trying to like time when and how like the Asian markets are waking up. And like the opposite of the US sector is like we buy at night, the Asian market's buying in the morning. And so now like for this sustained run to occur, people are starting to look. There's this other project called the X Rabbits Club that's launching. It is a Chinese project that's run by the Ling2 team. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, don't know who they are. Just talked about it because it's got a lot of hype behind it. But like when we think about the globalization of NFTs, like this is important to think about, like, and what resonates with people, and like not just like people like Liam Payne or Justin Timberlake or whomever. Like NFTs are truly global, and so when we think about how the projects, I hope you didn't sell because I paper handed Marco, but congratulations on the W, man. My free mints on our Discord make people so much money. So much money.
All right, Mal, can we address the elephant in the room on femdoodles? There's one person in this screen right now that's whitelisted, while the other three are not.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta get it. You gotta get into the Discord. He posted it way earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you still could have gotten into the whitelist when he posted it, but he does.
Are you
whitelisted,
Mike? Are you whitelisted?
No, because I don't have time to like evaluate all these projects that show up. It is a little bit of a tidal wave of projects in the Discord, but if you want to get on whitelists, that's the place to be for sure. Because Mal will throw them in there, and if you are on top of it when he throws them in there, then you'll probably get on the whitelist.
Just speaking as a team member, maybe in the future, Mal can get some of his team members whitelisted.
This is the tax you pay for not contributing to the Discord.
Yeah, I know. Get in there. The one thing that's a little bit hard to decipher is Malachi always throws them in with the same level of hype. So it's like,
Yep.
is this the sure thing? Because I know he knows, but he's trying not to like influence people too much.
I
He
don't
wants
know
people to make
shit.
their own decision. You got your gut feels.
So how confident are we on Fendoodles? I'm looking at that project and I think it's a home run. Mal, it looks like a home run.
It's only 0.1 ETH to get in if you're trying to get
I
in.
have no
No.
comment. I have no comment on any project that I talk about from a whitelist perspective. Like,
So-
none.
Exactly.
If I can actually get in for 0.1, then I will. Like, but I have a feeling it's going to be a gas war situation. That's just my gut.
I feel that right now derivatives are incredibly risky, and like I've lost more money in the last 3 days on like derivative projects than like I would like to admit. In fact, like it makes my little Hape Beast video with Rob look awesome. Like I wish I just kept doing that stupid stuff. But DC, it's not 0.1, it's 0.01. But the thing is, like, look, like, find projects you like, find them that you support. My goal is to get people whitelist so that they can make the decision themselves. And if the NFT culture token can get people whitelist, they can make the decision themselves. That's great. By the way, the NFT culture token is incredibly inexpensive right now. You can buy it for 0.02 on OpenSea, and it's about to be listed on Nifty Gateway. And we've got a lot more announcements coming, including retweets from Liam Payne. So join us. We're a lot of fun. What else?
Hey,
No.
man, anyone watching this Generoscope project? What you know about that, Malachi?
I don't.
Something you don't know about?
I don't, but I have to go, so we have to end
Okay.
it.
Can we talk about this tomorrow? I can leave everybody in suspense.
We are talking about the Generoscope tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Central
All right,
Time.
let's do that.
Hey, everyone. I just want to say I love you all, and I'm so thankful to have met you. And
Mal, can we do a LooksRare price prediction 6 months from now?
I'm gonna
let's
try
do a
to put
Let's
that
get it
LooksRare.
on camera.
We will do a video tomorrow evening just about LooksRare. Just me
Okay,
and
but
you.
I want Mike
Okay.
and Rob back for it then. I
Okay.
want everybody on camera for a
Yep,
price
that's
prediction.
cool. That's cool.
All right.
I want to say that NFT culture is going to make it. And to all the haters and the douchebags, good luck. That's all I have to say about that.
And good night.
And good night.
And good night. What else?
Oh, I thought that was our exit.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Let's just hang it.